There was a youth, a cruel youth, who lived beside the sea. 6 little maidens he drowned in there by the lonely willow tree. As he walked o'er with Sally Brown, as he walked o'er with she, an evil thought came to him there by the lonely willow tree. Oh, turn you back to the waterside and face the willow tree. 6 little maidens I've drowned here, and you the 7th shall be. Take off your golden crown, take off your gown, cried he. For though I'm going to murder you, I'd not spoil your finery.
Hey, Captain. Thanks for doing this.
It's my job.
I really didn't want to drop this on you, but Martha...
My daughter is correct. This is sexual harassment. It's a textbook case.
So, what's the process?
I have filed an official notice with the chief, and he has sent me his answer here. Do you want me to read it?
Only if you do an impression of him while you read it.
You can go ahead and read it.
Oh, sure. The aforementioned complaint filed, blah, blah, blah. His subject remains under consideration pending the next budgetary evaluation. Budgetary? Pending the next budgetary evaluation for fiscal year. Situation shall remain stabilized at the current optimization. There it is. He found another way to say optimal. Stabilized at the current optimization, and the documentation shall remain sealed. Does that all mean anything in particular?
It means he's not slating an investigation. I'll be pushing for redress on that because I believe this case merits our full effort.
Maybe the chief is running for something, huh, Cap?
Political considerations should be irrelevant.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've got to get back on patrol with the lieutenant.
I deeply regret that you have to return to that situation.
Well, I'm a big boy. I'll see you at your place Thursday. I'm thinking we'll probably finish the basement in 2 days, so I'm also free Monday.
There's no need. I'm just going to hire somebody.
Well, that's silly. They'll charge you a couple $100. It's a small job.
It's not a problem.
Let me come by. Size it up.
Don't come by.
I'm up for it. We'll have a beer, see what you need.
Please don't come around, patrolman.
Yeah. All right. I won't come by.
Well, online dates are always peculiar.
You've got to find a way to make it work.
We never have any context with each other. We don't know the same people. We're not already in each other's lives, so getting together is completely artificial.
All of my friends are married. I wish I could fix you up. Then you could spend your whole date talking shit about me.
God. You'll never guess what's happening.
You're getting pulled over. I'll meet you at the station.
Hello again. Here's my license. Here's my registration. Here's my insurance. What's broken? What did I do wrong?
Nothing as far as I know. I'm not arresting you. I'm wondering if you want to go for a ride with me.
Well, I would say that's ingratitude.
The rabble appreciates not the light I share among them.
It's ingratitude.
It is rank ingratitude.
You give your life to a community. I'm looking around for your thank you note, and all I see is a lot of shiny junk.
For the sake of my flock, I burned Elizabeth Richardson the witch. Then her brood of children and nephews turned from attending my sermons and gaveth no reason.
I've been training an apprentice, and he thanks me by trying to leave.
Without us to lead, these serfs would stray like turkeys into the heather.
You've got to break them down. You've got to humiliate them.
Turkeys must cleave unto their turkey shepherd.
You've got to humiliate them.
323 to 584. 25. Adam Young.
So, you're the voice on the phone.
I do extend my heartfelt apologies.
Those were some pretty creative threats.
Thank you. When I talked about your kids, you don't actually have kids, right?
No.
Good. Good.
So, what the fuck is going on?
Basically, I don't know. Intermittent orders have trickled down to our department to harass you periodically and document your reactions.
That doesn't sound legal.
Sort of is, sort of isn't. Not entrapment, because I don't even know what we're trying to get you to do.
And you don't have any idea why it's happening.
I do not. There are a great many things in my department I do not grasp at this time. Occasionally, Mr. Flax, we are all controlled by forces that will not give their names.
You're not the guy who normally pulls me over.
No, that's Lieutenant Keith.
Is there something wrong with him?
So, do you have any idea why I'm supposed to hate you?
I drive a hybrid?
All you're doing here is putting up cell phone towers, right?
We're fighting over Christ Congregational right now.
It's haunted, you know.
Yeah.
Boy Scouts do an excellent pancake breakfast there, too, if I recall correctly.
Did you ever stop for red lights?
I fell out of the habit. So we don't have anything to tell each other, do we?
You're not going to take me somewhere and shoot me?
Not on the first date, sweetie. Well, let me know if you find anything out, and I've got to keep calling you anyway.
Yes, sir. And they have the car stop at 10th and Grant. Michael by there first.
Pastor Mickelson. Sorry I'm late. Here's the first installment, copies of our schedule.
I may have to return this.
Hey, didn't we have something set up? All this stuff's dismantled.
Reverend Milnes ordered it. He said he didn't remember authorizing it.
Of course he doesn't remember it. He doesn't remember anything. That's why it's in writing. Did you show him the agreement?
He said it's the devil's lies.
So you told him he really did do this?
That's also the devil, I'm afraid.
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Reverend Milnes is here to teach. Reverend Milnes?
Who from the loin of Abraham are you?
I'm Pastor Michelson again. This is Mr. Flax, he's a sort of merchant.
Reverend, I am the person with whom you made an agreement a couple of days ago about the antenna.
The what?
I'm helping set up a new way for people to communicate far distances instantly by voice. So we have to set up this relay station.
Are the men to shout at each other?
In a way, when you speak, sound travels through the air. It travels in waves. Now think about how there are other kinds of waves.
Cease your noise. Did you or did you not bring my firewood?
I'm going to have our lawyer deal with this.
I shall look forward to discussing matters with your solicitor. By what name shall I address him?
Her name is Suzanne Carson. She'll be here in half an hour.
A maidenly esquire. Aberrant.
Aberrant, I know.
Fetch back my executioner, Davidson Keith.
Keith.
All right, we've got the room to ourselves. Let's see if we can work this out. I don't see what there is to work out, Chief. We have a clear personnel issue. Patrolman Bentley has leveled a charge of sexual harassment against Lieutenant Keith here, and the patrolman is long overdue for a transfer from the lieutenant anyway.
I don't expect you to understand me and Nick, Jack. Everyone knows your attitude about gay people. You're not even talking to Nick anymore, are you?
The patrolman asked to be transferred.
When's the last time you talked to him?
And Officer Bentley has been partnered with the lieutenant 3 times longer than the standard program.
When's the last time you talked to your friend Nick, Jack?
I think the lieutenant knows the difference between consensual sex and extortion.
I think you're dodging another topic here, Jack. You were just observed talking to a suspect, Kevin Flax, but you issued no ticket and made no arrest. Why would you lie about a thing like that?
I didn't lie. I don't talk about every minor traffic stop. Now, I'm just asking this department to remain consistent with its own training program and transfer the patrolman as he requested.
We get that, but what I don't understand is, why would you lie about pulling over that particular suspect?
Repeat yourself one more time, Larry.
I'm sorry.
Try your interrogation bullshit with me again. Do it. Captain, we've got to give Lieutenant Keith some leeway here. He's on special assignment working with Reverend Milnes, and he needs room to operate in the way that he finds optimal. Well, maybe circumstances indicate Lieutenant Keith is not fit for this particular duty. The lieutenant has a special relationship with Reverend Milnes. Lieutenant Keith is a direct descendant of Davidson Keith. That's someone Reverend Milnes remembers from when he was alive. Apparently, some Keith family resemblance also carried down.
The same job.
So he's the only person Milnes reaches out to. Well, then things will have to be awkward with Christ Congregational. Milnes doesn't just own the church. When he arrived as pastor in 1680, the town also gave him a farm, and now it's most of downtown. Including this police station.
And City Hall.
Back then, 50 acres was no big deal, but now 7,000 families live on it.
And City Hall.
The Reverend owned City Hall, yes. So basically, as I said, we have to give the lieutenant some leeway.
So, Jack, you pulled over Kevin Flax. Why would you lie about that?
Hello?
Hey, Suze. This has turned into something, and I'm sorry I called you.
Goody Lambertson, you and Goodman Flax stand accused of witchcraft. with substances derived from slaughtered fowl and cursed gems.
I'm not Goody Lambertson. I'm Suzanne Carson, attorney for Dugan Wireless.
Suzanne Carson, you stand accused of witchcraft.
Reverend Mills, you stand accused of breach of contract.
Reverend, why don't you tell the defendant what happens if we're found guilty?
On the passage of sentence, my constable Davidson Keith shall have you crushed by stones.
Keith?
The Reverend is why I keep getting arrested. He makes an agreement, he forgets he made it, then he talks to our friend, the lieutenant.
Do you really think he can have us executed?
Suzanne Carson and Kevin Flax, enter your plea.
Okay, you want a trial? We'll have a trial.
What be then your plea?
Oh, no. We aren't even that far yet.
This has been episode 4 of The Invisible World. Today's show starred Ross Taylor, Barry Lank, Armando Diaz, Darbi Worley, Kent Jones, Jim Earl, and Michael Lutton.